Today, I'd like to introduce to you Crystal Smith, who is running for re-election as council member at large for the city of Canton. Hello.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Welcome
Yes,
back.
thank you. Yes, I am Crystal Smith. I am a lifelong resident of Canton. I graduated from Timken Senior High, and I graduated from also Ohio Media School because I do have a love for journalism.
Yeah,
Uh,
I like that.
yes, absolutely right.
hmm
And I've always been a fan of WHBC,
Thank you.
so I was inspired to get into that into media because of WHBC. Actually, I'm also a local business owner, and I just got through my first year as a city council member at large. And I am running for re-election with Canton's Democratic team, James Babcock and Bill Smuckler and myself. And yeah, so we're just looking to continue to do some good work.
Yeah, I look back 2 years ago when you first came in and I first met you, and you were just worried about how it was all going to be, and
Yeah, yeah.
and here you are,
Here I
and
am.
talk about the things that you are, proud of, the accomplishments, and what it's been like for you over the last 2 years.
Definitely this year, my first year on council, absolutely a learning experience. But it was really a great learning experience. I I think that I had to learn pretty quickly because there were, some issues that I walked into that, but it gave me the ability and the opportunity to learn pretty quickly. Very thankful that the other council members have been such a great help to me, mentoring me. Very thankful for the mayor's support, and I'm behind the mayor on all the different plans that he has for the city.
Yeah, and as a council member at large, you're talking about
I
the entire
represent the
city.
whole city, the interests of the entire city. So
Yeah.
that's particularly why I am so excited about his new plans because we have done things, for instance, like amending the comprehensive plan because before it didn't include all areas of the city. So now we're able to put that investment into every area of the city and invest in roads and parks and beautification and home renovations, uh, even home ownership programs, home renovation programs. So yeah, I'm really excited with where we're going as a city.
And the neighborhoods, of course, as we all know, that's the mayor's initiative, is to make sure you're working on neighborhoods. And so I would imagine that that's part of a big thing for you too.
Absolutely. I have children. I'm a mother, so I want to see. I want my children to be proud of where they live and be able to go through our city and see beautiful sights and parks and trees. And so I'm happy that I'm here to be a part of that.
And what kind of things are you hoping for in your second term if you're reelected? What kind of things are you looking forward to bringing to fruition?
Well, during COVID, we had a lot of kids in the city who did not have access, adequate access to internet. And I think that's really just unacceptable. Some of them had to go to McDonald's to do their homework, just parking lots, you know, just anywhere to get their work done. And I just think that we could do better. And so we have invested over $10 million in a new Wi-Fi project that is happening throughout the city. So I'm very proud of that. And basically, we're going to make sure that all families, all children have access to adequate internet services. And so I'm happy to be a part of that.
Was there anything in your first term that surprised you, that you were like, wow, I didn't realize?
Um, I wouldn't say, I think that I thought this wouldn't be such a on the job training kind of situation, but you really have to be here. You don't get, there isn't like some training session. So you really have to show up. I remember looking at that agenda for the first time. It's like 30 some, items on it. And I was like, oh my goodness, what do we do here? But now that I understand how to read it and how the process of it goes, it's actually really exciting. And
Yeah.
I know what to expect. And so I'm feeling really confident now. I'm feeling confident. I know that um, that I am here for a purpose and for a reason, and I want to stay here to do good work.
I looked at the agenda as a journalist, as a reporter who covered city council
Right.
meetings and did the same thing. So,
Yeah.
and I would finish up by saying, we know in all, politics are politics, and there
Yeah.
are naysayers in every place. If
Absolutely.
you had to convince people to vote for you and give something about, to the naysayers, what would that be?
Well, I knew when I got into politics that, obviously you compete against your opponents, and that's just the nature of what we do. But sometimes people cross the line, and I think that that has happened recently. But no matter what, my character, I believe, it speaks for itself. I think that's why I'm being attacked, or why I have some naysayers, especially when it comes to my opponent. But my character and work speaks for itself, and I think that's the reason why that some are threatened, and people want to see things uh, stay the same. They don't want to hear new voices. They don't want new perspectives. They want the same old thing from the past. And I represent something new. I represent the future, and I'm not going anywhere. So, and that's the truth of the matter. And also, just because I have a servant heart, and I serve professionally, even if I wasn't on council, I'm still going to serve my city. So, no matter what, that's just what I'm supposed to do, and that's what I'm going to do.
All right. Well, we wish you the best of luck and thank you for coming in today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.